Welcome back to The Better Half. We're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about something serious, and that is skin cancer. Millions of new cases each year in the country of skin cancer, and there's a lot of different kinds. And to talk about that, we welcome Dr. Kevin Lewis from the New Dermatology Group. Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Well, Doctor, I mentioned there's different types of skin cancer. What are the top ones?
What people need to understand is that there are three main types of skin cancer that are very common.
Okay.
Basal cell skin cancer, squamous cell skin cancer, and melanoma.
Oh, wow.
Of those, the ones that people really need to be mindful of is the occurrence of a melanoma, because whereas a basal cell and a squamous cell is largely a problem confined to the area of skin that it grows and is easily treated.
Can remove it or treat it.
Variety of different ways, removal, topical methods, different ways to treat it. Melanoma is one where if there's a delay in diagnosis, a delay in getting medical attention to have it evaluated, that's the one that can cause a serious medical problem.
And you've had a family member with skin cancer.
My great-grandpa had it on his nose.
Now, how do you get tested for it? How do you, is there an age limit you recommend, and can you just call a dermatology group? Or?
By and large, we recommend an annual skin cancer check for most adults, where you get a good look over with a trusted board-certified dermatologist who can evaluate your skin, let you know if you have precancerous lesions, areas to monitor, or if you have skin cancer, and that's the best way to detect a problem early and get it treated as early as possible.
What about children? I know people don't think about that, but can it affect children at all? Just curious.
Yes, there are a certain number of children each year who are diagnosed with melanoma. It's less common, but by and large what we tell parents are things like the occurrence of new moles, moles that are changing, moles that are looking different from other moles that the child might have.
So can they do annual screenings as well, like a little physical with the dermatologist?
Yes, of course.
Just
it's
to check.
certainly an option.
The body's growing. As parents, sometimes don't keep track of every body part.
Well, and you mentioned the sun. Your grandpa was a farmer, and he was out in the sun a lot. What are the causes of skin cancer, and what can we do to prevent it?
Yeah.
The most common denominator for most skin cancer is exposure to ultraviolet light. Now that might come in the form of tanning beds.
Oh man.
That might come in the form of recreational sun exposure, occupational sun exposure, but that's the common denominator. So if you spend a lot of time in the sun and you have to think of your accumulation of sun exposure over the entire lifetime, things that you can do to limit that will pay off in the end. So those things tend to be wearing sunscreen, a number 30 or higher, remembering to reapply it because it only generally works for up to 2 hours, wearing protective clothing, avoiding the most intense
Parts
of the day, and getting routine surveillance by a board-certified dermatologist to ensure that you're monitoring any areas that should be monitored closely.
But this is stuff that we've known for years and years and years to do that. Just people still aren't on board with that. They're still going to the
I always say people don't get it
bed.
until they get it. So sometimes it's like that, unfortunately. It's like a child. You're hard-headed sometimes, or you don't think it's going to happen to you. But you can't have that mentality, right?
It is true that public awareness is rising for all types of skin cancer and cancer in general. I think the holidays are a great time of the year as family members and friends are getting together. Perhaps you see each other just once a year. It's important to bring up these types of health concerns and encourage people to be current on all of their age-appropriate cancer screenings.
Great goal before the New Year's.
Yeah, great idea, great information.
I always say, do you want to look good now or look good forever?
We're going to pick forever, right?
I have a question. Okay. So men, I know a lot of men like to chew tobacco in their lip. Is that skin cancer, basically, is what they get on the inside of their gums?
Yes, just like smoking cigarettes can cause certain types of cancer, chewing tobacco is the same type of exposure.
Yeah. All right, so if you know somebody doing that, you tell them to
Not
stop
anymore.
it. Dr. Kevin Lewis, thank you so much.
Thank you
from
so
the
much.
New Dermatology Group. And now we're going to stay inside and out of the sun. We're going into the kitchen for another fabulous recipe. This is an Asian peanut chicken stir fry.
Looks good.
We'll be right back.